And speak to Tobias Chanji. Chanji, the CS says the sector will be back by 2023. What are the stakeholders saying about the recovery and the road to it?
Well, a very good morning, George Maringa. In a normal year, this should be a high season, but currently most of hotels are doing a capacity of between 30 to 40%. Now, the Kenya Coast Tourism Association, in conjunction with other partners, are starting a program targeting about 39,000 tourism stakeholders who are laid off, or some who are working but within the pay cuts. Just allow me to speak to the KCTA CEO, Bwana Julius Owino, maybe to just paint for us a picture and also tell us more about this program.
Thank you very much. This is called COVID Relief Support Fund. That is a collaboration program between Give Directly and Kenya Coast Tourist Association. You find that the link that have always been forgotten is the worker down there. We've had a lot of programs that are targeting cushioning the industry, but very little in terms of supporting the staff down there. And you find that so many people are on pay cuts, so many people are on unpaid leave. We have people who have been laid off. So this program is meant to give support these people by giving them a cash transfer. We are targeting 39,000 people in the coast region from the 6 counties, from Kwale, Mombasa, Kilifi, Taita Taveta, Tana River, Lamu, all that. So we are looking at giving direct cash transfer. Currently, we are collecting data from all the players in the industry. They are giving us the staff names, even those that they have laid off. And I'm happy most of the managers are even giving us the names of those who have been laid off. We're even looking at those beach operators, those who are not directly employed. Even those acrobats, the DJs down there, the entertainers, where there is a weakest link, and we are collecting all the data. So today we'll be doing validation of the data. So we hope in the next 2-3 weeks we'll have them starting to get their cash transfer. It's going to run for 3 months. We hope by December the industry will start doing well, and maybe they'll go back to their work. Yes.
How much are we talking about, and is it average cutting across?
You find that at first we had thought maybe we give these people shopping for their families, but you find that you may buy someone unga and this person maybe needs soap. So we realized what we do, we just give direct cash transfer. So we are talking about 39,000 people, each getting around 4,000 shillings. So that means around 600 million is coming to Coast Region to support livelihood. I think that's a big thing, and this is the first one of its kind. We just urge more the managers of different institutions to come up, give us the names, let's support these people. They are our people, and they are the biggest asset in the industry.
Will it be given once, or is it periodical?
No, it is monthly for 3 months. So if we start September, October they'll get, November they get, so they'll get it for 3 months. Yes, yes.
Is it also a way of maybe the recovery?
Yes, yes, because you see, these people are part of the industry, and we really need to make them feel that this is their industry. And even if things work well, they need to come back. We need their expertise. This is a time to show them love. This is a time to show them that you people matter in this industry. You are key stakeholders because you are the one who run the industry. All thought process, everything that is done, it is you, the worker. So we are looking at how do we ensure that they feel that they have ownership in this industry. Yes, so it's a recovery program.
And of course, COVID-19 is still ravaging the sector. I understand some few months ago you started a program of vaccination. Tell us where you are at the moment.
We launched vaccination for tourism frontline workers. Tourism staff are put under frontline workers. I'm happy counties like Mombasa really took it up, and up to now in the coast region, Mombasa is doing very well in terms of coordination with stakeholders and having our staff vaccinated. We are having over 4,000 staff, people in the tourism industry that have been vaccinated in Mombasa. Kilifi also, finally they have put our tourism staff and frontline workers. We are urging other counties from Kilifi, Lamu, Taita Taveta, please allow these people to be put under frontline workers as directed by the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Health. So because you see the vaccines come to the counties and it's the counties who does vaccination. So it is them who hold the vaccines. So we're just urging each and every county for us to open the industry, let's vaccinate our people. Yes.
Then lastly, how does the future of tourism look like?
Everything lies on vaccination currently. If you look at our source market and most of the Western countries, you find that they have done around 70–80% vaccination. So if we focus on vaccination and we have more vaccine for our people, you find that even the domestic market, which is now the future, you know, the industry is being run by the domestic market. So if we do a lot of vaccination, that means we'll have confidence in the destination. And that is what will open up the industry. Because COVID, at the look of things and how this thing is mutating, it means that it is there to stay. So we really need to just focus on vaccination. Yeah.
Thank you and all the best. There you have it. That is CEO KCTA, Kenya Coast Tourism Association, Mr. Julius Owino, just telling us more on the programs that they're putting in place to cushion those that were affected by the COVID-19, especially from the tourism industry. It's back to you in studio.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Tobias Chenji, joining us from the Coast region. And let's pick the mind of Victor Shitaka, who is the Kenya Coast Tourism Association Chair. He's also the manager of Flamingo Beach Hotel, on the recovery process of the sector and their experience as stakeholders. Thank you so much, Victor Shitaka, for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Glad to be here.
Great. How is the coast?
Well, the coast was very busy when the holidays were there recently, and the first holidays. But again, it is chilled out now. There's a lot more meetings and conferences happening.
And how is business so far?
Business has gone down this week after a very busy last week because of the closure of schools. And now schools have opened, so business is reduced. We're doing an average of around 40 to 50% sort of across the coast, although there are some hotels that are doing much better, that are doing much better in the south coast and in the north coast here.
Indeed. I wanted to take you back down the memory lane to last year when the COVID-19 pandemic struck, and we did see a lot of closure of hotels, and of course the tourism sector was one of those greatly and hugely affected. Talk to us about the immediate course of action that, as hoteliers and people in the hotel industry, you took, the first measures that you took first of all.
You know, immediately after the COVID, I think it was March last year, hotels started to see what they're going to do, and then there was a close down, there was a lockdown of the country, and that effectively closed basically hotels. So staff were, as people were trying to understand what COVID is about, hotels started to close down. In fact, almost all the hotels closed down and sent people on leave, on unpaid leave, and some people embarked on some sort of to renew the hotel and start making repairs of all the items that were needed. But generally, everybody went down. Then, as we learned about COVID, then the protocols came, and hotels started to put on all the protocols in readiness for the death of COVID. But sadly, COVID was not going anywhere. In fact, I think we should be planning to have to live with COVID going forward. So all hotels put in protocols. People were trained on COVID, and you will note that anytime you book a hotel now, they even send you their COVID protocols. So already, hotels became ready to work within the protocols of COVID, so that they could allow people to come in. Yeah, so that's what has happened. And up to now, hotels are putting all the stringent measures to ensure that COVID is, people coming in are protected.
And indeed, Victor, you've mentioned, the reason I'm taking you back is so that we then see where we are and the future, because you have the projections from the CS for tourism. So then after, hotels ensured that the customers are safe, the workers are safe, there was still a decline because, there was a global decline of 88% because countries were in lockdowns, partial lockdowns. So how then did hotels and the tourism industry adjust due to the decline of numbers?
You know, there was really no adjustment. I mean, hotels, people were just sent home. So people cut down their staff. People cut down every cost that they could. People were put on reduced salaries up to 50%. Some people up to 60, even 70%. And sadly, some people now have been rendered redundant and are continuing to be rendered redundant. I also must say in this place that some hotels some hotel owners took advantage of the COVID to start messing up with human resource relationships. So some people were sent home, some people are on cuts up to now. So really, there was nothing else to do but reduce your wages and reduce your staff complement.
Yeah, and so the vaccine, we did have a breakthrough of the vaccine, and right now the government has instructed or asked hoteliers to ensure that all their workers are vaccinated. First of all, would you give us the status of the vaccination for the hotel workers in the coast region?
I am the chairman of Kenya Coast Tourism Association, and through KCTA, we have encouraged and put out a lot of push for all frontline hotel people to be vaccinated. I'm delighted to say that, especially here in Mombasa, a lot of hotels have sent their people, all their frontline people, for vaccination. If you were to ask me in the coast, in Mombasa, the numbers, I would say up to 50% of the hotel employees who are in the front line have been sent for vaccination. And up to now, we are still encouraging people to be vaccinated in the hotel. So that has been good. And as my minister, Balala, said, there will be more confidence after these vaccinations for people to come in. So vaccination is ongoing. Sadly, in other counties in the coast, the vaccination has not been as progressive as here in Mombasa because of the availability. But people are willing to go, the hotel staff are willing to go for vaccination.
Indeed. Victor, we did see rather ordinarily when people come to the coast, apart from the festive season and also leisure, there is also the aspect of conferences. But the pandemic saw the increase or the use of virtual or rather, technology to hold meetings and conferences. And of course, this has had its downside because people would take the advantage of such trips, a conference, to tour the coast. So then, as the tourism industry, as the Kenya Coast Tourism Association chair, how are you adjusting to just ensure that, in as much as there has been the increase of virtual meetings and everything happening virtually, you're still able to break even?
Okay, we all knew that there's going to be a new norm due to the COVID. So everybody adjusted. Everybody went into to ensure that their hotels could host virtual meetings. But now we have the dual meetings where it is both, you can hold both virtual so that numbers are reduced, but you also have people in conference rooms that, who are, well spaced, well aired. It is dual. First of all, it used to be completely virtual, but people see the need to meet face to face. And I'm also must say that right now, all through the coast, meetings are taking place with all COVID protocols observed, because there is some meetings that you really have to have face to face. So yes, a lot of hotels and a lot of other companies have come up with technology that can carry out the dual sort of meeting, so that there's both virtual and personal going on at the same time.
Yes, Victor, as you briefly went up, because we are pressed for time, briefly, The tourism minister says the sector will be back by 2023, the tourism CS. What are your projections on this? Are you optimistic? And what is the future for the tourism industry from where you sit?
You know, the good thing is we are learning to live with COVID. It is true. If you're talking about international tourism, you see, we've got an election year next year. And usually when there's an election, people are not, do not feel very comfortable coming into a particular country. So yes, we will not have a lot of international tourists coming in next year, but 2023, after everybody's been vaccinated, you can see right now that the UK has closed down. We are flagged for people not to come here, but 2023 is when it will pick up. Domestic tourism, however, will be continuing, and unless anything starting to pick up, so.
Indeed. Thank you very much. That has been Victor Shitaka, the Kenya Coast Tourism Association Chair and also the manager of Flamingo Beach Hotel, joining us virtually for that discussion on the future of tourism. Because